Okay, I'm going to show you how to cut a hole in an object and preserve the normals when exporting to Verge3D. So, got a cube, just move it there. I just want to create a hole in the middle, so just go to face, should be able to subdivide. I want to get that vertex, and I'm going to cut a hole right in the middle, so I'll bevel to that. I'll subdivide it a few times, and then using loop tools, which comes with Blender, you have to add it in the plugins. You've got this circle which just turns those selection into a circle. Let's make a hole. I'm going to bevel the outer edge and then give that, where are we, some segments. Okay, so there we have the object. I'll just auto smooth it. So there we have a hole. Now I just change the shading. You can see there are these edges which cause a problem. It doesn't look neat. You see even more there. That's just no nice flow. So what I need to do is transfer the normals from a previous copy of this cube onto these faces here to fix this shading. So I'll just select those faces and create a normal vertex group, not a normal group, a vertex group, sorry. Assign those, so I've got them, and then I need to transfer the normals from another object. So I'll create another cube, GZ1, hide it. I'll also just turn on rendering for Verge and disable it. That stops it exporting that cube into Verge. So sneak peek that, and we got the same problem. See this star pattern on the normals. So I'll now do the normal transfer from this cube to those faces. So by doing a data transfer modifier, the sources that a cube are created, I want to select custom normals, my group, and you see now it looks fine in Blender. If I also show this, it's not distorted. So you see distorted, not distorted. So that, you'd think that would be enough. If I sneak peek it, nothing's changed. I've still got these triangulation issue. And what's happening is when you do a sneak peek or you export to Verge, it triangulates the entire mesh, and you lose the custom normals in that process. But there's a way to fix it. Now, one way is to go in here and triangulate those faces manually and then start messing around and tweaking it so you can see what Verge is saying. But it's destructive because you're adding, triangles to your mesh, which you don't want to do. So another way I've found to fix this is to add the triangulate modifier, which now shows the problem. So now we've got a what we see is what you get. This is what Verge will render as. But it has this neat feature, keep normals, and that has preserved the normals. Now when I sneak peek now, it's fixed it. The problem is gone, and I also, what you see is what you get now. So when I'm working on this mesh, I'll know exactly how it will render in Verge, because it will be applying these modifiers on export. So it triangulates the mesh on export and applies these. Sorry, it doesn't triangulate the mesh. Verge doesn't, because it's already triangulated by this modifier, which keeps the normals. So it fixes it. You can also, the mesh isn't triangulated in the viewport. It only actually applies a triangulation when you apply this. So it's a bit weird how it works. You'd think it would triangulate everything, but it only when you apply it. But yeah, fixes it. You can apply, you don't ever apply that yourself, but you can apply the data transform without affecting anything. So if you want to cut another hole and another hole, that's how you fix it. You can delete that cube now as well, because I've already applied the modifier. Thanks.